I'm Miss Pika,
And I'm Yolum74.
and we are here to talk about the Pokemon Go Community Day in Kew Gardens.
Community Day.
Community Day, thank you, Andy.
That's right.
So tell me what we've learnt.
We've learnt that you can't assume that anybody knows much about the venue you're going to do or how you want to run your community day. But one of the things about setting up a community day event near you is it's really helpful to pick a venue where there's lots of stops and where you've got a pretty much guarantee of triggering an X-raid. That's what gets people out.
We have more than 100 Pokestops at Kew Gardens, and shinies just spawn everywhere. You simply can't move for shinies, and you could catch a load simply by staying still. In total, there's 15 gyms that are X-eligible, and there's one gym that's not X-eligible. So at Kew, we started with Pikachu, and just about a dozen people turned up for that. With Dratini, we didn't know, of course, that it was certainly going to be shiny. So our first badge was blue, was the non-shiny model. And then after Dratini, we went on to Bulbasaur, Mareep, and then
Charmander. I'm glad you put out these badges. This is one of the things we use to draw people to our event. These are becoming very much collector's items.
Yeah.
All our little badges. And what we do, because we've got some really talented people who we've collected to the group, because you've got to catch them all. The last few badges have been designed in-house by very talented members of our community.
Exactly. And we find that people come for the badges and then they come back and back and back. So there's a number of other things we do as well besides make the badges, but that is a big draw and a really massive tip for anyone wanting to persuade people to come to their community day, give them something for free. So one thing we do is we have a leaderboard for who's caught the most shinies, and we give a prize to the winner.
Even just asking for donations was incredible. We raised over £450 for the NSPCC.
So what's remarkable is that as well, more people gave over £450 to the NSPCC. Then for the second one, we decided to support Great Ormond Street Hospital. In total, we raised more than £1,400, which was an incredible amount.
It is, and one of the really fun things about organising a raffle is you get to browse for lots of Pokemon-based stuff online, which is great.
So I won a cosplay Pikachu.
I won nothing, which is unsurprising, given that I was drawing the raffle. It would have been a bit of a fix if I'd drawn my own number.
And our three top prizes were
a piece of original art by one of the members of our group.
That's Amy. Amy has designed one of our badges. She's doing our Larvitar badge, and she did this artwork that we gave away as part of the raffle prize. That was the main prize. And then they also had pluses, didn't they?
Yeah, the Go Pluses were really popular. So if you are thinking about doing something like that, the Go Pluses went straight away. I mean, I'll admit it, I've still not bought a Go Plus, so I'm holding out to win one in this month's raffle.
No, I'm not using one at the moment. I used to use one, but actually I find that I like to record. I don't basically want shinies to run away or 100 IVs.
That happened at our Pikachu day as well, that everybody caught 100% Pikachu and the person whose Go Plus was still on it, it ran. So there's a tip. Warn everyone to turn their Go Pluses off on Community Day so they don't miss shinies.
So what other tips have we got? Well, we have a special WhatsApp group set up for the Community Day. So we've got a Discord as well in our area.
And we post on Facebook.
As well.
What's really helped with setting up a special WhatsApp group for our Community Day is that people who've come from further afield, where they may not know many other players, can buy into this larger group. And also, one of the admins in our community group keeps a log of all the WhatsApp or Discord or Facebook links for all the local raiding groups. So anybody who comes to the Community Day or visits the web page, which one of our members has just set up, can then see if there's a local group near them or near somewhere where they're going. So we're really trying to bring Pokemon players together.
And our Discord is on the Sylph Road Atlas, and that's a great gateway into the community for many people. And last time we had 5 staff doing check-ins, and we had 45 check-ins, and this was a lot more, 10 more, than the previous month when we only had about 33 or 34. Because Kew Gardens is such an iconic visitor attraction throughout the whole of the UK and the world, a lot of people, including Pokemon players, come to London to visit Kew Gardens. So we do get a lot of visitors, and that's the other thing. If you've got a park which does attract a lot of visitors, it's quite good to find a way to reach out to the wider Pokemon Go community. And it's amazing really how many players are still not connected into the kind of hardcore or semi-hardcore players.
Totally. We've got players who come on Community Day who've only just started playing Pokemon, who've never done a raid before, and one of the things that we do is help them understand some of the meta aspects of the game, to pinch a term. What's good for raiding against something else, what good movesets are. Yes, people could look for that online, but sometimes people need that personal touch, and we provide that. We are very visible faces of our Pokemon Community Day event. One of the tips we had was we identified main people for each of the teams. I mean, I'm very, very clearly Mystic.
I bet you can't guess what team I'm in.
And we have an instinct representative as well. So when we're organising raids after the main Community Day window, people know very much who to look to when they're trying to go into teams, what the private group codes are, things like that. Splitting people up. You can't run Community Day events as one person. I don't think you need to have a team behind you, otherwise you'll lose the plot.
Yes, it's very hard. I mean, all of us have had moments when we've thought we can't carry on, we're just too stressed. And another thing I'd just like to say is many groups in Pokemon, like in any community, have suffered literal discord. And I myself have been the cause of discord from time to time, I confess, and the subject of it as well. And like many, I'm an older person who plays Pokemon Go, so it's possible if I was a child now, I might be diagnosed in some respects with maybe some mild spectrum-related issues. Who knows? Certainly, there are times when I seem to be unable not to say things without thinking.
I think we all do that, really.
or sometimes I can say things which I feel passionately without being completely aware of the effect it will have on people. And this can cause repercussions. And the repercussions are even worse when I post those things on a group, WhatsApp or on Discord or something, and I'm not always fully maybe thoughtful enough in advance. And I try to be. I think, is this the right thing to do? And then, sometimes I still go ahead and do it, and trouble can follow.
I think you're beating yourself up a little bit.
Maybe you're not on all the Discords that I'm on, but
okay.
The thing is, what I'm learning from Pokemon Go, because it's kind of I think it's because it's a children's game in a way, as well as being mainly played by adults, is I'm kind of getting the help for those kinds of issues through the game that I never got when I was a child. And I really think this is a fantastic aspect of the community that has really made a change in my life, is helping me to grow and develop as a person. And in the DS games, when you start one of the DS games, it makes it clear that this is a personal development learning process. And it's very exciting to feel myself changing in ways that are of benefit to my family and to my employers and to the wider community through the lessons I'm learning in Pokemon Go, and through, when I do cock up, through the forgiveness that's handed out to me by the people I've upset, and likewise I try and be generous in my response.
I mean, if we're going to touch on that, what really resonated for me in our last Community Day event was I'd worked out that it coincided with Mental Health Awareness Week, and just put a comment into the big WhatsApp group chat about how wonderful I felt that was, and how much I felt that Pokemon Go had helped people who'd struggled with social anxiety or things like that in the past to actually get out there into the world and meet people. And the number of replies from people who said, "I'm so glad you said that, that's the best post about this day," was really heartwarming. So, it is about building a community, and it is about recognising that we're different, but it is also accepting the strength in unity and in the things we're doing together.
Obviously, we all want to catch lots of shinies, lots of 100 shinies, and at our last Community Day, we saw 5 100 IVs that we know of, and 5 people that we know of caught 100 IV shinies.
I just want to add to that. one of the really lovely things about building a larger community day event with chat going on during it is that people will post into the group, oh, there's a 100 IV whatever here, and we just got through the gates of Kew last weekend, and then everybody started pegging it down down this big pavement, shouting, there's 100 by such and such a place. So that was brilliant. You just see big masses of people moving towards things, and you know that's where you've got to go. We're very fortunate in Kew in that we've got a meeting point where this time we were able to gather, I would say, over 150 people in one place, which meant it was lovely. We could take photos, we could give out the badges, we could organise the raffle tickets. It's plan. It's like planning where you're going to do it so that it will work smoothly, and there will be hiccups. It's about reflecting. This worked, that didn't work. What can we do better next time? And as Ruthie says, there are always people in a WhatsApp or Discord group who are very willing to share their opinions.
Yes. Well, that's you or me or somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
And so anyway, I hope we've been of help. Have a great Lavatar Community Day, and
enjoy Adventure Week as well.
please subscribe, please comment, let us know what you think, let us know how we can improve these videos, and we'll be back soon with more.
Yeah.